Today, in the media conference with Lal Goel, which is brought to you by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV, News Gaon Se, Samvad Sarokar News, Organ Donation India Foundation, and Gyan. Our endeavor is to enlighten you with the current topic. And today's, as you all know, that the world is celebrating or rather observing World Kidney Day. So the topic is World Kidney Day. But before I will come to the main topic, I would like to inform you that today India is celebrating Mahashivratri. Mahashivratri is a Hindu festival celebrated annually in honor of the god Shiva. The name also refers to the night when Shiva performs the heavenly dance. There is a Shivratri in every luni-solar month of the Hindu calendar on the month's 13th night and 14th day. But once a year in late winter, February or March or Fagun, and before the arrival of summer marks Mahashivratri, which means the great night of Shiva. It is a major festival in Hinduism, and this festival is solemn and marks a remembrance of overcoming darkness and ignorance in life and the world. It is observed by remembering Shiva and chanting prayers, fasting, and meditating on ethics and virtues such as honesty, non-injury to others, charity, forgiveness, and the discovery of Lord Shiva. The ardent devotees keep awake all night. Others visit one of the Shiva temple or go on pilgrimage to Jyotirlings. Media conference with Lal Goel wishes you all on this auspicious occasion of Mahashivratri. Now, coming to the main topic, that is World Kidney Day. World Kidney Day, WKD, is a global health awareness campaign focusing on the importance of the kidneys and reducing the frequency and impact of kidney disease and its associated health problems worldwide. World Kidney Day is observed annually on the second Thursday in March. Initially, 66 countries observed this day in 2006. Within 2 years, this number rose to 88. WKD is a joint initiative of the International Society of Nephrology, ISN, and the International Federation of Kidney Foundations, IFKF. This was intended to raise awareness about conditions of the kidney. Although many are treatable, they are a secondary medical concerns of the greater population. I am just looking, I think, excuse me, I just want to see whether, because I think he has, one moment please, I will just come back because one of the panelists want to join. I am just giving him the link again. Sorry. Being diagnosed with kidney disease can be a huge challenge, but both for the patient and those people around them. Its diagnosis and management, particularly in advanced stage of kidney disease, impacts severely upon their lives by reducing their and that of family and friends' ability to participate in everyday activities like work, travel, and socializing, whilst causing numerous problematic side effects. For example, fatigue, pain, depression, cognitive impairment, gastrointestinal problems, and sleep problems. The current status quo in kidney disease management and treatment aims to prolong longevity by preserving, restoring, or substituting kidney function and delivering relief from kidney failure, regardless of the efficacy for overall kidney disease management. This disease-centric approach may be inadequate as it does not satisfactorily reflect patients' priorities and values. People living with kidney disease tend to, above all, want to be able to live well, maintain their role and social functioning whilst maintaining some semblance of normality and a sense of control over their health and well-being. The status quo approach also removes patients' agency as they lack meaningful involvement in the management and treatment of their disease. This in turn leads to patients frequently perceiving treatment as being imposed, punitive, and out of their control. For patients to be, one moment please. For patients to be more content, engaged, and constructive with regards to their treatment and thereby improving clinical outcomes, they need to feel that their symptoms are effectively managed and to be intrinsically motivated to become active participants in their treatment. Ensuring life participations in equally important for both patients and their care patient partners, as opposed to feeling consumed and constrained by the current approach to treating kidney disease. The World Kidney Day Steering Committee has declared 2021 the year of living well with kidney disease. This has been done in order to both increase education and awareness about effective symptoms management and patient empowerment, with the ultimate goal of encouraging life participation. Whilst effective measures to prevent kidney disease and its progression are important, patients with kidney disease, including those who depend on dialysis and transplantation, and their care partners should also feel supported, especially during pandemics and other challenging periods, by the concerted efforts of kidney care communities. The World Kidney Day Steering Committee calls for the inclusion of life participation as a key focus in the care of patients with CKD and as a building block towards delivering the ultimate goal of living well with kidney disease. We must move beyond the status quo and advance patient centeredness in research, practice, and policy. Patients' empowerment, partnership, and improved communications, combined with a paradigm shift towards a strengths-based approach to care, can inspire confidence and hope in patients that they can live well with CKD. Kidneys are one of the main organs in a human body which performs the function of filtering out the waste from human body. Therefore, it is very important to keep the pair of these renal organs healthy. So in order to do that, eating healthy is one of the best ways. Kidney-friendly meals can be planned, as there are excellent choices to follow a renal diet. Though there is a plenty of delicious and well-balanced food for kidney patients, but diet restrictions always depend on the type and level of kidney damage and also on the medication and dialysis treatment. 10% of the population worldwide is affected by the chronic kidney disease, CKD, and millions die each year because they do not have access to affordable treatment. According the 2010 Global Burden of Disease study, chronic kidney disease was ranked 27th in the list of causes of total number of deaths worldwide in 1990, but rose to 18th in 2010. This degree of movement up the list was second only that of HIV and AIDS. Over 2 million people worldwide currently receive treatment with dialysis or a kidney transplant to stay alive. Yet this number may only represent 10% of the people who actually need treatment to live. Of the 2 million people who receive treatment for kidney failure, the majority are treated in only 5 countries: the United States, Japan, Germany, Brazil, and Italy. These 5 countries represent only 12% of the world population. Only 20% are treated in about 100 developing countries that make up over 50% of the world population. The number of Indians suffering from chronic kidney ailment has doubled in the past 15 years, and at present 17 in every 100 citizens suffer from some form of kidney disease, health experts have said. Studies estimated that some 150 to 230 persons suffer from end-stage kidney disease, ESKD, in every million people, and about 220,000 to 275,000 new patients need renal replacement therapy, RRT, every year. The exact burden of chronic kidney disease in India is still undefined, but its approximate prevalence is said to be 800 per million people, PMP. Change in lifestyle is a major cause of the rising kidney disease. Lesser fluid intake, smoking, excess intake of medicines and drugs, and salt intake are the reasons contributing to the rising chronic kidney diseases. There are 700 dialysis centers with a total of 4,000 dialysis machines, predominantly in the private sector and mainly concentrated in cities, especially metros. There are around 20,000 patients undergoing dialysis at these centers. Only 4% of the patients get a donor. And to discuss today's this very important topic on the very important day, that is the World Kidney Day, we have a very elite, experienced, learned panel with us, those who are in this field for last many years. So I would like to invite my first guest, and he is Dr. Prashant Marla. Dr. Prashant Marla is the medical director of AJ Hospital and Research Center. Dr. Marla is professor and head of department urology, andrology, renal transplantation, and robotic surgery of AJ Institute of Medical Science, Mangalore. He performed first live related and brain dead renal transplantation in DK district, that is Dakshin Kannada district, that is popularly known as Mangalore district. Welcome, Dr. Prashant Marla, on our show. Dr. Prashant Marla, I know that you are very busy right now. You are doing an operation and you are just taking some time to give this, to attend this media conference. Thank you very much. Now, today we are observing, I will not say celebrating because there is nothing to celebrate on this day, but we are observing World Kidney Day. We would like to know from you your views on World Kidney Day. Dr. Prashant Marla, please. Dr. Marla, just turn your mobile on, if possible, on a horizontal basis. Just turn it. Is it possible for you, Dr. Prashant Marla?
Yeah. Is it okay?
No. I think the screen is locked. So you have to go back again the same way. You can't, because your screen is locked. So you turn it again the vertical then. Turn it again, doctor. Because your screen is locked.
Now I can see horizontally.
No, but I think Dr. Venke, now it is fine. Yes, now, yes, go ahead. Yes, Dr. Prashant, you can go ahead now. Your network is weak. Please go ahead.
Inviting me for this conference. Am I audible?
You are audible. Your network is weak, Dr. Marla. I think you are using the Wi-Fi. Others are also using the same. If you can switch over to your mobile Wi-Fi, or
I'm on a mobile,
or you use your because your network bandwidth is low. But anyway, you
can
start.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry for the inconvenience.
No,
yeah,
no,
it's a World
no, doctor. No, it's
you can't hear me.
It's not properly audible. You require proper network range if it's possible. If you can switch over to the other Wi-Fi or something which is more powerful.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but your the picture is stationary.
Sorry. So, can you hear me now?
We can hear you. But we can't see you properly.
Sorry about it, sir. I'm in the operation theater.
I understand. Anyway, you do one thing. You can speak, so at least the people will know your views. You can go ahead, doctor.
Okay. So World Kidney Day is it's not being celebrated. It is done to create awareness regarding the kidney diseases to the general public, as you rightly said in your introduction. So I think it's people do not know how to manage their kidney function. They don't go for their regular checkups. So that's the reason why they end up in some problem later. So what we do was to create an awareness towards the problems of the kidney diseases, as well as the treatment options what we have for the kidney related problems. So we, as you and we together, we are trying to create an awareness of the cadaveric organ donation in this region. We have not been very successful in the last few years, but I think we have done a couple of donations since last 5 years, but that's not up to the mark. As you rightly said in your introduction, there are a lot of people waiting for the proper renal replacement therapy, but not able to get the kidneys because there are no donors. But at the same time, the cadaveric donation is also not really kicked up in this region. So that is the ray of hope for these people. That's it on my side. And any other thing which you want me to tell, I will be happy to tell, Mr. Goel.
Yeah, Dr. Prashant, because you have to go back. So I would like to
No, no,
ask
it's
what,
okay.
why it is happening? Because see, you were the first who done the renal transplant, and that was a donation thing. But and we are trying our best to create the awareness. But still, like a day before yesterday, one patient was declared brain dead in Mangalore only, but their relatives were not at all ready. Even the daughter is ready to commit suicide if the organs will be donated. Now, when the awareness will come, it will take years. It may take 20, 30, 50 years. So many lives will be lost. Don't you think that it will require a change in the law? Like UK has changed, although year before there were only 700 deaths due to the wants of organ. But last year on 20th May, they made it say opt-out system compulsory. And now the last year it was only 400 deaths in 1 year, although UK is 20 times lesser than India. But if we, even if multiply 20 with 400, it works out to 8,000. While official figure says more than 5 lakh people are dying for wants of organ, and majority are because of the kidneys, because almost 2 lakhs people are losing life every year because of the want of kidney. So don't you think the government has to change the law? What you say, Dr. Malla?
Sir, it is that the people have to get aware about the problem, sir. Because every week we have been looking into the people. Just last week also there was a family wherein there was a brain dead patient was there. We tried to coax them for donation, but they they were not very keen. I think the more and more awareness need to be created regarding the organ donation, which is lacking here. I think people have a different perception here. They think if your organ donation is done, the body is mutilated and all those things. I think what we had discussed earlier also is about the religious leaders. If the religious leaders come forward and propagate this idea of organ donation, like what we try to do, talk to those people. The same, I think, the effort we need to be pressurized, and then probably it might yield fruits maybe in years to come. But right now, I think because most of the people follow their religious leaders here, I think it needs to be pressed down through them.
That's true, doctor. But the problem is, unless the government will not change the law, because see, this thing you are also trying, we are also trying, everyone is trying for last many years. But as you rightly said, that the result is not that encouraging
Yes,
at
sir.
all. And that
It is a democratic country. I don't think any government, if someone says that government passes a rule saying that any brain dead patient has to donate their organs, there is going to be a huge opposition on the people's side, sir.
yeah,
So
but
I think it cannot be pushed down through their throat saying that you have to do it. It has to be a voluntary donation, sir.
No, but doctor, suppose I donate my organ or kidney, and I have filled up the form.
Sir.
Then, like in USA, once I opt in, then opt in is unless I will not revoke during my lifetime, it will be treated as a will. Like in will, if I will be transferring my property to somebody, then nobody has any objection. Then why
Correct.
they have any objection of my own organs? Why my family will have any objection if I am donating voluntarily today? My question is this. And unless that type of awareness is created, that a common will has to be created for by everyone, that no, we must pressurize all the politicians of across the party line. They must decide this thing, because otherwise we are talking about COVID and so much about COVID. How much life we have lost till now? We have lost not even 1.6 lakhs people in 1 year's time.
Correct.
While we are losing, official figure is 5 lakhs, but you know very well that unofficially it might be more than 10 lakhs every year.
More.
So if it is like this, Why not the government, when they can be proactive for COVID? Why not for the kidney? And the problem, although I will tell you one thing, the advantage now is that with our on our media conference, we have raised this point, and one man expert commission appointed by the government of India on labor has sent a recommendation that all the organ transplants of the labor class or the working class has to be covered by the government, all the expenses, because earlier it was for initially it was not included. Then Ayushman Bharat, they have included 5 lakhs rupees. Then it increased to 25 lakhs, so 15 lakhs of rupees. Right now it is 15 lakhs is the limit. But you know
That
very
is
well.
for the liver.
Sorry?
That is for the liver transplantation. For
But
the renal transplantation, they have not. They have earmarked only probably two to 2.5 lakhs maximum.
but that is not a practical thing, because you know, for the liver, for heart, for lungs, for pancreas, the expenditure, total expenditure is far more. It's not a
Yes.
one-time thing. The medicines, you have to be on medicines also. So now the recommendation has gone. Similarly, if all the doctors, all the hospitals, those who are involved in this particular field, if they write to the government, make an effort that please either opt in like USA, where if I am voluntarily donating, my will is enforceable, where I have earned money, that I can give. This is my own organs. They have nobody's right. Why I cannot donate my organs? And until unless it will not come, we will not be saving life. We will be talking every year for 3-4 times in a year on our organ donation day and kidney day, but of no use. That is my point, doctor. What you say about this? Yes, doctor.
Sir, that's what, sir. It has to be very voluntary, because if a organ donor has signed and given, he has become a donor, I don't think the government will say don't donate, because the number of people who have signed in for organ donation is also not a big number here, and even as you know, sir, like when we take a donation form, we take permission from their family as well. But the family should come forward during that time. It is a long-term plan, sir. I don't think it will yield fruits very soon. We need to give a sustained effort, sit down for 5 years, because I put in an effort for nearly 15 years to get the first organ donation. So like that, probably like in case we do it in our lifetime, probably for the next generation, it will be helpful, sir.
Let's hope so. Thank you very much, Dr. Prashant Marla, for joining from the Operation Theatre of AJ Medical Institute and Research Center. And thank you for giving your views. I'm sure that our viewers got the feel that, see, doctors are committed. They are working day and night to save the lives. But until the civil society will not cooperate, how the lives can be saved? So many lives they have been lost because the people are not coming forward for the donation. Doctors are ready, hospitals are ready, they have all the technology, they have all the knowledge about this, but the donors are not there. Thank you very much, Dr. Prashant Malla, for giving views. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Now, I would like to invite my next guest. He is Dr. Venkatesh Kumar. Dr. Venkatesh Kumar is MD, MS, DNB Urology. Dr. Venkatesh Kumar is a consultant urologist, endocrinologist, and laparoscopic surgeon at Sri Ram Singh Hospital, Noida. Dr. Venkatesh is highly motivated and compassionate board certified urologist, endocrinologist, and uro-oncologist in Noida. He has mastered laser surgeries for kidney stones and has done over 3,000 successful urological surgeries till now. He does minimal invasive surgeries through laparoscopy and robotic for cancers of the prostate, bladder, and kidney. Dr. Venkatesh Kumar has over 7 years of experience in urology and has been trained in Indraprasth Apollo Hospital, New Delhi. He has published many papers in international and national journals and presented his work globally. Welcome, Dr. Venkatesh Kumar, on our show. Dr. Venkatesh Kumar, you have heard what Dr. Prashant Marla mentioned today. The the problems, the challenges a surgeon is facing when the patient is dying in front of you and the donor is not available. And the crisis, the problem is not only the brain dead donor, even the living donor, especially for kidney, are not ready. We, one side we say that we are a very good society, we believe in joint family concept, we have very good culturally, we have a very close bonding, but the in the fact when the donation of liver is concerned, or the or kidney or any donation comes, at that time none of the very few, I will say, the relatives, the closely relatives who are allowed by the government of India are ready to donate. Now this is very challenging. Now we would like to know, on this day, that is the World Kidney Day, your views, Dr. Venkatesh Kumar, please.
Thanks, Mr. Lal, for the introduction. So, see, I always say that talking about donation or not donation, see, the point important is that the awareness. You have a person has two kidneys. The first thing that comes to a person's mind when he's going to donate one kidney is, will I be able to live a healthy life with one kidney? Because see, you need to understand that a healthy person, so talking about living donation, a healthy person is donating the kidney. So the first question that comes to the person's mind is, if I donate my kidney to my relatives, say it be father, mother, or whosoever, will I be able to lead a healthy life after this? What if tomorrow I develop diabetes or I develop some other disease? So how is it going to affect my life? So the point is that the awareness should spread. That is also important. And while we are talking about donation and kidney diseases, the focus always should be prevention. So prevention is better than cure. Nowadays, we are seeing diabetes in young age groups, 30, 34, in such age groups. So the point should be prevention. The people come, they don't know that they have been diabetic, they don't take proper treatments and end up eventually with high blood sugars, improper treatment leading to the kidney diseases. Same is with hypertension. So I think the focus more should be on preventive checkups as well. See, as a government, the government should, ensure that people are undergoing preventive checkups, offer them packages or whatever. And the health should be common for all. It's not only the laborers need, they're the middle class as well. So everyone needs health. So if you see the insurance schemes, the health checkups are not covered anywhere. Annually, they will give one. So all these things should be focused on. And there are not only diabetes and hypertension that causes. I see many people who come with stones, kidney stones, urethric stones, and then they will take all sort of medicines, try to get the stone out. Sometimes you need to realize that the stone may not actually come out, but you need to take them out. And these stones, they damage the kidney slowly. Sometimes people come when has been no pain. There was a history of pain 2 or 3 years back, and then they say that there was no pain. Said, "ये stone तो था, अब निकल गया होगा." So this is what is happening. So there are several diseases like smoking, obesity, lifestyle modifications. So I always believe that educating the people, whether it be for kidney donation, whether it be for chronic kidney disease, or whether it be for anything, prevention is always better than cure. So that's what my view is.
No, but doctor, what you are saying about the prevention, but it's so many diseases are there in India, and diabetes and others, and we have so many different treatments, where we have Ayurvedic, we have a homeopathy, we have a electrotherapy, we have through yoga and allopathy, of course. Now the problem is, if I'm talking a lay person, a patient, how he or she will come to know the treatment which he or she is taking is correct or not? Because today everybody claims that because if you will take this particular medicine or this particular, by eating this particular Ayurveda or allopathy whatsoever, I'm not but ultimately we found that that it causes the disease, damage of kidney when we are talking of kidney. So is there anything which can highlight or which can create awareness to the patient in a very initial stage, कि you have to take this particular type of medicine, only then you will be cured? Otherwise, as you have mentioned, that 2-3 years back, there was a stone. They might have taken some Ayush medicine. It must have passed out according to them. But according to what you are saying is that might have damaged the kidney, which they are not aware. So what is the remedy for this? What you think as a young doctor, you may a neurologist, and you are dealing with these types of patients? What you say about this?
Sir, what I want to say, see, India is a country with varied courses of treatment. We have Ayurveda, we have homeopath, we have allopath. I don't negate anyone. What I want to tell to any patient is no matter what treatment you take, whether you take allopathy, whether you take homeopathy, naturopathy, whatever you want to take, important is that you monitor yourself. See, for example, today,
Just hold on. I will just mute him. Doctor. Yes. Yes, please. Go ahead.
so see, a patient who is young, diagnosed with diabetes, what happens is he gets advice from all people. If you see on television as well, there are people who are saying that no, dialysis is bad. This is thing you have to don't take, just take this medicine and everything is good. Such type of things should be stopped by the government. One needs to realize is whatever treatment he takes, there should be monitoring. Where does the problem lie? Today your sugar is 250, you take some treatment, your sugar drops down to 100, then you are carefree. So sugar theek ho gaya, 6 mahina, 6 months, 1 year, you're not cared. And one fine day you get some symptom, and then when you land up at the doctor, you see your sugar is 300. So the point is, no matter what treatment you take, whether you do it through naturopathy or allopathy, the point is that you should keep monitoring your disease. The disease monitoring should be there. People should keep glucometer at home, blood pressure monitor at home. This is a basic things. One, the doctor shouldn't be advising them to keep such basic things at home. I think these should be available at every home, and the government should subsidize the rates of a blood pressure monitor and a glucometer so that people can randomly monitor at their home as well. I think in almost every second home in India, there's a diabetic person, a person who's hypertensive. But who is doing the monitoring? They will wait to go to the doctor to get the blood pressure measured. Why? Why? With automatic blood pressure monitors available today, they can do it at home as well. So the problem lies in the monitoring of the disease. It's not in the treatment. I'm not saying Ayurveda cannot treat or homeopathy cannot treat, but yeah, I believe in my own medicine, being from the allopathic side. But even with any treatment, monitoring of the disease, regular routine health checkups is very important. That is what is important.
But doctor, today, how to monitor? See, it's you rightly said that we should have the blood pressure instruments or the glucometer, etc. But don't you think that people are so busy? If we are talking of middle class or upper middle class or the rich class family, if we talk about the poor class, how they can't afford to have these equipments of 2,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees just to keep these things. That is one. Secondly, the literacy. India, the education is not that great. So when we have not all those things, don't you think there should be a compulsory checkup after a certain age, whether 30, 35 or 40 years, where everyone, irrespective of, I will not say caste and creed, I will say irrespective of the financial status, he or she has to go for a medical checkup, whether he is or she is working in government organizations or in a private organization, or even they are doing their own business. They are self-employed. Don't you think that is required today?
Sir, it is, I think, the most important thing. And I feel that any organization should see, there are two classes. One who is laborers and everything. See, that is very difficult for them to understand. And one is the middle class who is working. So the organization should make it compulsory that to submit 6 monthly reports or at least an annual report of your health checkup, including blood test, urine test, all these things. And the facility either should be available at the office premises, or they should be with the nearest hospital and attachment, that annually they get their employees checked. Now, this is one part. Now, talking about the lower class and the laborers, see, definitely there are so daily wage laborers that you cannot expect the contractor handling them to do all this for them. So the government has to step in, to conduct camps at the site, either where they're working or either where they're living. So these camps should be conducted on a regular basis to see the diseases. So The doctors should be available for the camps, and the follow-up. Problem is we also do a lot of camps. Now a person will come in the camp, will check a sugar. His sugar will be 400. Sir, dawai likh do. We write the medicine, but he won't come back because he thinks कि आज camp में मैंने free में दिखा लिया, मतलब he will show it for free, but next time I have to come and pay. So the point is that all these things, there should be a solution for all this in a way that the person should be treated, and follow up. That's what I'm saying. Follow up is very important.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Venkatesh Kumar. Please be there. I will be coming back to you again for some more questions. Now, I would like to invite my next guest, and he's Dr. Praveen Nambudri. Dr. Praveen Nambudri is a MD-DM. He is a consultant nephrologist and head of the Department of Nephrology at Bishop Benjir Hospital and NS Hospital, Kollam. He is the medical superintendent of Bishop Benjir Hospital, Kollam. Welcome, Dr. Praveen Nambudri, on our show. Dr. Praveen Nambudri, just you are using the mobile phone, correct, doctor? Please unmute yourself. Please unmute. Yes.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Thank you.
Can you just turn the mobile in a horizontal position?
This way.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay.
Now, yes, now it's fine. So, Dr. Praveen, I know that you are also very busy. Today, everyone is busy, and has to be a doctor has to be busy. But before you, we were discussing about the World Kidney Day, and Dr. Prashant Malla, he has given his views, and he says that the problem with the kidneys are the patients are waiting, but the donors are not there. The brain dead people are not interested. Their families are not interested. My point was that forget about the brain dead people family. What about those families who are directly related, closely related to the patients? They are also not giving. What Dr. Venkatesh Kumar says, that the awareness has to be created because, and his main emphasis is the prevention. He says prevention is better than cure. If we will prevent the disease in the very beginning, whether it's a diabetes or hypertension, then we can prevent the disease for the kidneys. Now, we would like to know from you on this day, World Kidney Day, your views. Dr. Praveen Nambudri, please.
First of all, thank you, sir, for having me in this discussion. As you have said, today is World Kidney Day. It's a special day for all of us nephrologists, something that we wait all the year down. And I think we all wait for our respective days because that's a day when we all get to showcase our perspective and the disease and the patients that we are looking after. So, as you had said about the discrepancy between the donor available for the patients waiting on dialysis, yes, that's a real problem. But I think the crux of the problem is not that you have patients who are waiting on dialysis for a long time to get the kidneys. The crux is that there are so many legal formalities, and those hurdles have to be removed. There are kidneys that are available. There are people who are ready to donate also, and especially the cadaver transplant program. So these things have to be picked up in a big way, and this has to get a boost from the government, from the system. The system has to actually promote. Actually, I tell you from my experience of what's going on in Tamil Nadu, they have actually been having a very robust cadaver transplant program because the government has been supporting the cadaver transplant program, and I think that's one of the best supports they're receiving from a political class in India. And so they have a very robust cadaver transplant program. If you have to have kidneys for the patients who are waiting on dialysis, if you have to decrease this waiting period on dialysis, you have to first make the legal system more transparent. What we all know is that there are a limited amount of only people are able to get kidneys from their loved ones or related donors. They're difficult to find. It's difficult to find. There are many things that are involved. There are financial issues. There are issues of family, etc. And there are superstitions involved. So the only way that we can go ahead is to educate people, and the people, especially those who are not well educated, the illiterate population, they have to be brought into the system, and they have to be educated about renal disease and about the patients who are waiting. And we have to actually carry this out as a mass program. That's the only way we can actually deal with this discrepancy and shorten the waiting period for transplant.
So, yes, doctor, what you are saying is right. But see, the legality comes afterward. The first thing is coming is the your own blood relative to donate the kidney. One problem being the chairman of Organ Donation India Foundation, I am doing for last almost 5 years now. But the problem in India, because it's a voluntary donation in India, unlike other countries, here the problem comes when that even if suppose anyone has already filled up the form that I am going to donate my organs after, in case of the brain death or even after the death of the tissue donation. But the problem comes, the relatives, the blood relatives, they stop. They say, no, we are not interested. Now, at that juncture, government or the medical fraternity can't do anything because as per the law. So either we have to change this law if we are talking of the relatives donation, which is there everywhere in the world. Like I had been to USA, I met there those who are doing this, involved in this organ donation transplants. And what they are saying, because there is a opt-in system. Opt-in system is very clear. Once a donor has filled up the form or decided to donate that his or her organs or tissues, after his or her brain death, if we are talking of brain death, that organs belongs to the government and it will be used for the transplant. Even the family doesn't have any say after that. But he has an option, he can revoke anytime. It's like a will. When we make a will, we can revoke the will till we are alive. Many times we can revoke it, we can change the will. But if he has not or she has not revoked the his or her donation, then you cannot, then the organs belongs to the government. Even if in natural death, the tissues like eye cornea, skins, bones, everything belongs to the government. And that's why especially in USA, there are lots of skin banks are working. And so many lives have been saved. Kidneys, 2 years back, their total number of death due to for want of organs, including kidneys, was 7,500 in USA. 700 were in UK. Year before last. But last year in UK, it was only 400. UK, they have bought an opt-out system in which once a person becomes major, he can opt out that I will not like to donate my organs. If I will say that I don't want to donate, no problem. So there is no restriction. In case of the brain death or natural death, no organs and tissue will be taken by anybody. But the only catch point is, initially they wanted to make it that then he or she will not get any organs or tissues in that country. But because of the human rights, etc., it was decided, no, we will put that person in the last of the waiting list. So the chances of getting kidney or any organ is very remote, because he or she will be always in the last on the waiting list. But in India, it is a voluntary. Here, as I was telling Dr. Malla also, I decided to donate my organs. I have filled up the form, everything, but it's of no use. After my death, natural or brain death, any death, my family has to take a decision, not me. Now, then what is the use? Until unless, and awareness, what awareness we are talking? We create awareness. To whom? A person, if I will be talking Mr. A or Miss A, they are ready to donate. The awareness has been created. But what about their family? And even if the close relatives are ready, one of the distant relative will come and he or she will tell 10 stories. So and so has donated eyes. Next birth, there will be no eye, no kidney. Now, it's not easy. I can appreciate South India in that way, that in South India, especially in Tamil Nadu and somewhat in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, these three are leaders in the transplants or donations. But what about North India? What about other parts of the country? See, after all, we are talking of COVID. I was telling earlier, COVID, how many people have died? Nothing. There are hardly not even 1.6 lakhs people died in 1 year. And you know, in your kidney only, More than 2 lakhs people, official figure is more than 2 lakhs people are dying every year for want of organ, for want of kidney. Official figures. Unofficial figure, you also know, everybody knows how many are dying, how many are diagnosis is now never, this is natural death or heart failure. They will never write. Many of the doctors in the rural area will never write this due to the renal failure or something like that. So how we are going to do it, doctor?
I think the only way we can actually address this problem is by education. We have to make the people who are uneducated, literacy has to improve. So though superstition can only be removed when people are more literate. So that's the only way we can deal with this. Awareness has come on in South India, and awareness has come on especially in Kerala because of high literacy levels.
Yes.
Yeah. It has come out in Kerala in a big way because we are a much more literate state. So, and the plus points of that are available, are ready when we practice and when we see patients every day. It's very much easier for us to convey things to patients. As you said, the problems that they face in North India are much lesser here because of literacy. We have another set of problems because people are always on Google. So we have other sets of problems over here. So I think the only way we can deal with those problems of motivation is by educating people, especially the younger generation. We have to see that the people who come after us are more well-informed and more literate and more educated than we are. So literacy is the only way out, I think.
Doctor, what you are saying is right. Now I will go to Dr. Venkatesh. Dr. Venkatesh, what Dr. Praveen is saying, that the literacy is required. I will just give an example. If we are talking of literacy, I have done a program last week. And in that program, it was revealed that the sex ratio, the worst sex ratio in India is not in a rural area. The worst sex ratio in India for the boys and girls are in the most educated, affluent metros, that is Bombay and Mumbai and Delhi. And in Delhi also, in the India, the worst is in the defense colony, which is supposed to be an affluent colony, where all very educated, affluent people are staying there. Now, my question is, and I can also tell you, for organ donation, 95% donors are poor, illiterate, and more than 95% are literate and educated in India. So where is the donation? Those who are donating, who are poor, they are donating. Rich people are not donating. While in UK, I had been to UK, I discussed this with the organ donors, the organ donating agencies there. What they say is that in UK, the rich class and the educated class is donating more. So I asked why. They says, when you are going to a church or a temple or a mosque, why you are donating money? Because you want the peace for you and your family. Similarly, here in UK, the trend is if anybody will donate organs, he or she will get peace, and for not for her, for the entire family. So that's why people wants to donate. Here in India, why we are not doing this? And in North India, you are at Noida, you might be seeing the real problems there. How many organ transplants, donation transplants are taking place in that area in comparison to the South India? Even figures are very dismal when we are talking of India.
So see, the point is, I agree with Dr. Praveen that yeah, literacy is the most important thing. But you can make a person literate, but you cannot put logic into that person. That thing has to come from within. A person can be literate. Literacy is how it is defined. Any person who knows how to read and write is defined as literacy. But how do you put understanding and common sense into a person? And as Dr. Prashant rightly said before, the leaders, the temple holders, the different religious leaders, if they take up this issue of organ donation and make the people understand. You see, in India, the biggest thing is what? Religion and faith. So the people have a lot of trust on this. So if the different religious leaders take this up and they try to spread this, I think it will reach directly from the upper class to the lowest class, because God is something that everyone believes in, whether it be the poorest man who gets one chapati to eat in a day, and the rich who gets everything. So I think that thing is very important, that along with literacy, this Understanding should be imparted to them. They know, they will read the newspaper, they will see TV, and they will talk in various senses, but how to understand? So that is a problem. And second, about the laws that you're talking, see, laws cannot be made compulsory in a democratic country like India, because the party who makes the organ donation compulsory will, face issues in the parliament. So it's something that the person who is donating, who is signed up for organ donation, before signing up, I think he should involve his whole family who may be with him at or her at the time of his death or something. And at that time, he should make them understand, see, I am donating my organs for a good cause, for a greater cause. And I expect at the time when it comes, that time you guys should ensure that this is my will and this goes through. The problem is that
One moment, doctor. I will just I will just mute Dr. Praveen because of disturbance. I think is yes, please go ahead.
see, I'll just now open Google. They will tell me World Kidney Day, sign up for organ donation. I signed up for organ donation. Did I make my family properly understand and aware who will be with me at the time when I may die? Most of the people don't do that. So first, the person who is donating should counsel their own family and make everyone agree that you also do it, I also do it, and this is my will. This is my last wish. If something happens to me, this is my last wish. So this is about the cadaveric. About the living things, what I feel is awareness programs. Any person who feels that, I donate my one kidney and then I will be sick forever, that thing has to be made to them aware that no, this does not happen. If you take care of yourself well, lead a healthy life, eat well, do good things, so you will be all okay. So I think awareness is needed at both level. A person who is signed up as an organ donor, and also a person who is donating. So their whole family and everything needs awareness.
Okay, Dr. Praveen, what Dr. Venkatesh says, awareness is required, and it being we are in democratic country, if we will do this, make any law, then there is a problem. Now my question is, what awareness and why we require? We are in democratic country. USA is also a democracy. Many other countries are also democracy. After the life is more important, or the votes are more important. This decision has to be taken by someone. Question is not that. The question is today how people. I can tell you very clearly, if anyone wants to talk about the death, it's a taboo. Even that, if I will start talking in my family, tomorrow I may die anytime, so I want to donate. They will say, no, please don't talk about your death. This is bad. Why you are talking? This is a morning time. This is a evening time. This is. So when we are of that type of superstitious fellow, when we cannot even utter this word, how the family will be convinced? And one more thing, when I am writing my will, can I take my family in confidence? No. Then why, the question is, why my family should interfere? These are my organs. They have not been even earned by me. This is a inbuilt in me. So my question to you is, Dr. Praveen, are you there, Dr. Praveen? Yes, Dr. Praveen, my question to you is, why not the medical fraternity should come? Even when you are talking about awareness, government is creating lots of awareness. People are creating awareness about the vaccination plan of this COVID. And there are so much myth. Even medical fraternity, forget about laypersons. How many medical people have taken the vaccine in the first dose? When there was a target of 3 crores, hardly 1 point some few crores has been taken. Only 33 or 35% as the figures came. Why? When the medical fraternity is not convinced that they should take the vaccine, and people, everybody think, no, ultimately what is going to happen? We have to make, the government has to take a strong step and make it compulsory. Otherwise, other countries are going to put a restriction that please bring the vaccination passport, then only you can enter in that country. Similar thing is going to happen in India. One state is going to have more COVID, other state will restrict. So when awareness is not going to create anything, we are of that society, we don't believe in, we require some strong steps. So my question to you, Dr. Praveen, why not that strong step now? For how many more years, how many more lakhs and crores people we want to lose their lives for want of organ because we are in democracy? Dr. Praveen, please. Please unmute, Dr. Praveen. Please unmute.
Yeah, thank you, Goelji. One important point you have made there is that maybe awareness should be accompanied with motivation. So that is another issue, that awareness and education and literacy, as Dr. Venkatesh also was pointing out, is very important. But we have to motivate people. Now, motivation to an extent has to come from within. It's not possible to keep on motivating people, including people of our community, doctors, from outside. But motivation has to come from within. Now, motivating on kidney disease and motivating about COVID vaccine are two different things, actually. So, as far as organ donation is concerned, it's definitely there's no second view that we have to create awareness. We have to motivate the public, and doctors, as such, also have a very important role in this, because doctors are the people that the general population look forward to. Now, if a doctor says that you should donate, it makes some more sense than a politician or a lawyer or somebody else telling that you should motivate. So you should donate. So that has to come from the civil society and from the medical fraternity. We have to be more involved in motivating people, in getting people to be more aware about organ donation, etc. And that's a step that you rightly pointed out. We, along with probably organizations that are affiliated to all medical associations, we can take up in a big way, and we can try to motivate the general public, go among them. Actually, we are part of a kidney foundation called the Save Kidney Foundation in Kerala, which routinely holds awareness camps. We have seminars, we have donor camps, we have blood tests going on, we have all these sorts. And we routinely try to motivate people. And that's just one small step. I don't think that we are going to cover the whole population with that. But what we need, the need of the hour, is that we don't leave everything to the legal system or everything to the political class, but people who can, and who people like us who should also join it as a movement and come forward and try to educate people, try to create awareness, try to create more motivation about organ donation, and try to bring more people like us, and including people who are not in the medical fraternity, but who can actually contribute to the movement in a bigger way, like people who are social figures, celebrities, etc. We should try to get them involved into the system and try to motivate more people towards organ donation. Now, as far as COVID is concerned, I am not so sure why many. I have taken both the doses, and people who are close to me have taken both the doses. We are completing the 2 doses.
I am not in a medical fraternity, but I have also taken a first dose in the very beginning of this month when the government has started. I feel that everyone should take. But my question again to Dr. Venkat is: see, we are talking this thing for last so many years. We are still talking. And we are not ready to eradicate a thing which is in our hand. This is not like COVID. COVID is something which is not in our hand. Some infection has come, some virus has come from outside and it has infected. But when we know that the kidney or any other organs can be transplanted either from the living donor or from the brain dead donor, as per the case is, then why we are not taking a step? Why we are leaving them? And when we are talking about the God's man, I can tell you one thing: those God's men, or those what Dr. Prashant Mala is saying, I have also interacted with them. They say, see, we have left everything, but we can't donate ourselves. If they can't donate themselves, how they can be the role model for others? My question to you is, then who is going to be the role model?
See, Lal sir, the point is that people should not need they do not need a role model. Why to be a role model? Why can't it be spread as an understanding that you need to do it for yourself and for others? Why for everything you need a role model? Like when Amitabh Bachchan sir started speaking on COVID, the ringtone, the caller tune, which it started, everyone started listening. So COVID was like a pandemic. Now people started fearing, and that's fear that spread. How people came to contain COVID, that the fear of getting COVID, and it's a disease which is a pandemic. But if you talk about kidney disease, the people don't have fear because they don't understand it. And why do you need someone like Mr. Amitabh Bachchan ji to spread things about this? Why people don't understand that diabetes, India is almost the diabetic capital of the world, that diabetes leads to kidney diseases. Forget about organ donation. A simple disease like diabetes, people are not able to understand. They're not able to get themselves treated. And if you see, the people just vary on treatments. They will take one tablet, isse aaram nahi mila, so let's skip to next therapy. Let's skip to next therapy. So this is what they do. Some will say, no, with exercise, it's controlled. So what I'm trying to say is, for things like organ donation or say diseases, you should not need a role model. This is basically education, awareness that should be spread at different levels by the government, by the medical practitioners, and I think by people like you who are associated with kidney organ donation things. And there are many other people who are working with, say, cancers or other things associated. So the education has to be spread at different level. Now, where does the education start? The education should start from the school level. If you teach a child how to read and write, he will do exactly how you teach him. If you teach him ABCD, he will learn ABCD. If you teach him Russian language, he will learn Russian language. So that education, I feel, should start at the school level. Now, when the children learn at school, they will definitely go at home and talk. So I feel that whether it be government school or private school, the education should start there. The awareness should start there. When you call parents for parents teachers meeting and other things, at that level also you can educate the parents. So these things should start there. So that's what I feel, that what we are talking about is a very broad level, that we are trying to telling people to donate and everything, but where is the basic education for these diseases and to make them understand how it affects their lives? So I feel that this is a very basic, this education should start there.
Yes, you are right. Dr. Praveen, what Dr. Venkatesh is saying about the education from the very beginning, the children, who is going to take the decision? Ultimately, the government, not the civil society, not the medical fraternity. So ultimately, the doctors, the government has to play a very, very important role. And in that, until as the medical associations like IMA and other medical bodies will not take up this issue very seriously, that seems so many people are dying because of the kidney disease. If we are talking only of kidney, which are more than the death of what's happening with the COVID, then why the government is not taking? And he has mentioned about the ringtone. Why not? Why not the ringtone of Amitabh Bachchan should say, please don't go check up, you get your kidney checkup regularly. Please get that transplant done. Your near dear should do the transplant. Why not? The government should take the initiative. Or we will say like this, that this is not a rich man's disease. It's a disease for everyone. It can be poor or this thing. That's why nobody is interested. And rich person knows that he or she is going to get that kidney by hook and crook. That's why the 95% or more recipients are rich people, and the poor people are the mainly donors. So my point is, when this is the situation, government should step in, and for that the medical fraternity has to write down, meet the health minister or the prime minister and ask them, this is the condition, the kidneys, we are talking of the World Kidney Day, but our scorecard is the worst in the world. Why Dr. Namudri, sorry.
Yeah, I think that's a very valid point that you have made. We have to get the political support, and the government has to support both at the level of education and at the level of pushing forward our transplant program. Because ultimately, transplant is the only way that we can decrease the burden of chronic kidney disease. So because once the patient goes on dialysis, it's not sustainable to keep the patient always on dialysis. We know that almost every day we have at least 1 or 2 patients who are coming into dialysis. So the only way out from this problem, we are stuck up with patients for 7, 8 years and all. The only way out is to push more and more people towards transplant. If you have to actually push more and more people to transplant, we have to look at 2 factors. First factor is that you have to make the kidneys more available. whether it is donor, related donor, unrelated donor, or cadaver donor, or whatever. Second, you have to make it more financially feasible. See, kidney disease treatment is so costly that common people can't manage. So even a dialysis costs so much. The other medicines which go along with dialysis, erythropoietin, everything costs so much. And the cost of living now, if a patient has to come by public transport, it's not possible. They have to hire a auto rickshaw or take a car or take a private vehicle to come to the hospital, get dialyzed, go back, and it's all so costly. And transplant, leave alone a transplant, even for dialysis. So if you have to get more people to go for transplant, and we have to boost up the transplant program, we have to bring down the cost. For bringing down the cost, you have to bring down the cost of both the medicines, and you have to bring down the cost of treatment. And definitely both doctors along with the managements and along with the government, all of us have a very important role in taking this up and making this happen. There are many factors that are responsible for the poor rates of kidney transplantation in our country. And availability of donors is a very important thing. The costs involved are very important thing. I think educating people more, people are not aware of all this, but I feel they are much more aware than they were probably about 5 to 10 years back. That is improving. Even when I speak this, I don't want to sound very, very pessimistic. We are actually doing well. We are improving. And I've started practice about 16 to 17 years back in nephrology. Things are much better now than they were probably at that time. So we are looking ahead. We are doing better, but there is much more that can.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Praveen. Much more can be done.
Level, at medical education level, at literacy level. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So I think all those things need to be done. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Praveen. Now I would like to introduce and invite a real person, a person who is known as a kidney priest, who has donated his kidney and made an example, set up an example. And he is none other than Father Davis Chiramil. Father Davis is fondly known as kidney priest. He is the founder chairman, Kidney Federation of India. He is the founder, general secretary, Accident Care and Transport Service. He is a dynamic, foresighted and innovative Catholic priest in Thrissur. Kerala is known for its selfless service around the world. In the past 20 years, Accident Care and Transport Service took care of the accident victims with 17 branches in Thrissur district with 20 ambulances and 35,000 active volunteers and saved more than 1 lakh lives. Father Davis encouraged volunteers of ACTS and other service groups to donate blood for patients and accident victims. Kidney Federation of India came into being when Father Davis donated his kidney on September 30th, 2009 to Mr. Gopinathan, a Hindu who was suffering from total kidney failure, and became its founder and president. A kidney dialysis center with 10 advanced machines was set up where dialysis facilities is provided daily to deserving patients free of cost by Father Davis. Poor patients are supported financially for medication in addition to daily dialysis through a project named Hobin Pharmacy Project. Organ donation, a movement initiated by Father Davis, inspired 4,45,000 who have submitted their consent forms for organ donation and handed over to the government. This movement promoted the cadaver or the brain dead organ donation program of the government of Kerala titled Mritya Sanjeevani and Nota, National Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization of the Government of India. He traveled the entire length of Kerala from Kasaragod to Thiruvananthapuram, Kannavayum, Karuthalam, meaning mercy and care, was implemented in 2 panchayats in Malappuram district. This is a self-help project where ₹1,000 is collected from every house in the panchayat, and the amount collected utilized to help kidney, heart, and cancer patients of the same panchayat within 1 year. Thank you very much, Father Davis Chiramil, to join us, for joining our media conference. I am personally obliged because I know once I met you about 4 years back in Mangalore when you came as a chief guest, and I was also there as a chief guest. We both were there at Unopaya Medical College function. And the way you explained, it has not only motivated many, but it has also impacted me on that day. And but before you joined, we have three eminent doctors, Dr. Prashant Malla, Dr. Praveen Namudri, as well as Dr. Venkatesh Kumar. They have given their views, and their views are that India is ready. The doctors are there, infrastructure is there, but donors are not there. And you, being the pioneer in this field, I must salute you for this, Father Davis. Why so long journey? There are almost 22 years before, 12 years before you have donated your kidney, but still the conditions are not improving. Hardly 4 or 5% donations are coming for kidney. And today we are observing. Some say celebrating. I said, no, we are just observing. It's nothing to celebrate of Kidney Day, because our scorecard is the worst in the world, on one of the worst country in the world. We want to know World Kidney Day. Father Davis, please.
Thank you, Goel, Dr. Venkatesh, and Dr. Praveen, all the doctors. See, I will tell you this morning, not a good morning. I will tell you this day as a kidney morning, because we all speak about a kidney, no? See, I was having the function here in Kidney Federation of India, giving medicine for hundreds of people here.
Some
have contributed. Can you hear me clearly?
Now, Father, you have the earphones with you?
You can't hear me?
No, we can hear you. Some disturbance was coming. That's why I'm saying.
Now any disturbance?
No, now it is not there.
Fine.
Go ahead.
I was telling you kidney morning.
Yes, please.
It is a kidney day.
Yes.
So I was telling you here we are having giving medicine for the kidney patients, hundreds of kidney patients, 4 lakhs rupees, a group, confident group, a concession group, they have donated medicine for the people here. See, we were talking about the donors and the recipients, you know. People calling me, Father, do you have any donor? They say so many donors in the world. Everybody in the world is donors. There is no group like donors. We all are donors, you know. Some donate clothes, some donate money, some donate kidney. See, our life is a donation. See, we have to think, even when we die, you die becoming a donor. That is Mrida Sanjeevani. You spell that Mrida Sanjeevani from death to life. See, our life is to give life to another person. Being a doctor is there, Dr. Venkatesh is there, and Praveen says, see, what is the activity of a doctor? Doctor is giving life to a patient. You take this medicine, you come to life, a healthy life. See, when we give some medicine, no, that is God-given gift. You just approaching a patient, he or she is going to die. Then you become before them, you are a God. You are in the position of God. See, when we help a person, when the person receives something, then you become in the position of God. So here we have so many people came here, donors and recipients, and they will say, how are you? Yes, I am fine. What about my kidney? Your kidney is very safe in my body. What a wonderful experience it is. Govinda came here. Govinda, after 11 years, he came here. He is very healthy. See, what is the happiness of a life? He is not earning money, earning a position. The happiness in our life is by our simple donation, somebody is merited. Somebody is merited. See, I am having an organization, as you mentioned, accident care and transport service. What is that? In the accident scene, we are taking the people to the hospital free of cost, 24 hours. Collector is the president, myself is the general secretary. See, there also, there is so many options, you know. You met with an accident and you are going to die. Then your brain is dead. then this is a good occasion to overcome this suffering and the pain of the family. I preach the family, your son is lost, but you can gain some happiness from this sad situation. You donate your daughter or son's organs. See, even at the deathbed, we can do a great virtue. Why we give our body to worms and fire? Our country with so many religions, the barrier is religion. We have to take all the organs to heaven. There we have so many. There is no patience in heaven. Don't take these old organs to heaven. Heaven will not take old materials, second-hand materials, only first-hand. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. Go ahead.
Yes, Goel. You
Yes,
understand? Preach. I am preaching. Don't take old second-hand products to heaven. Heaven is only new products. Don't take these organs. Wherever you are, if you are hearing me, please understand. Your lifespan is so small. After that, you have to quit from this world. You will be out of this planet before going out. What you contributed to the humanity or the community you living, not money. Money doesn't matter or anything you give, but you have to give your heart. Heart means the willingness to help a person. So today, all the kidney patients, when the World Kidney Day comes, they are just begging our society, please, even after death, you have no pain at all, no loss of money, no pain at all. You can help us, So you should, all the people should hear the cry of the kidney patients. They are crying before her husband, please give me a life. Crying before their parents, father, mother, give us a life. Who can give? We can give medicine. Doctors can give medicine. Who can give a life? Life is given only by God. So if you give a life, you become God-like, So that is the happiness really, which I want to have it. I'm having it. I'm so happy. So Goel, this is a wonderful platform you have. Sorry that I made some. I was so delayed because people are here around me. So many patients are around me now.
I understand. My question to you, Father, is that you have donated your kidney 12 years back to an unrelated person.
Yes.
Nowadays, it is almost impossible to donate to an unrelated person because of lots of government regulations.
Yes.
And although in case, yes, if you are an influential politician or a bureaucrat, you may get. I will not name.
That you said is very correct. I know so many ministers in central government and all the government politicians, they will get kidney. From where they get kidney? Is there any production unit? No. They have the power, they have the money. So only powerful people with the money, they have kidneys. Why? You must consider the poor people, marginalized people. They don't have any facilities. That you are right, man.
See, Father, my research says that more than 95% donors of the organs are poor people. More than 95% recipients are rich.
Correct. To whom
Rich
you are
people,
saying,
and we are in a patriarchal society.
Correct,
more than 80% donors are the women.
Yes.
Why? Why the set? And that is why we are facing these problems. So either we must change the law, because in this unrelated kidney donation, there is a clause. This says, I am giving is out of love and affection.
Correct.
Now to prove this out of love and affection for a normal person is not possible. It is only possible for those mighty and powerful ministers or the bureaucrats.
Yes,
so either
Joel, I will tell you, see, only after me in Kerala, this became a movement. Before that, it was so difficult to get the permission. I was fighting. You see, I am ready to donate my kidney. What is the problem? No, you have to get the permission from the bishop and that permission, this permission. No. The people know me. To the public, I made a press conference and I am donating my kidney. What is the problem? What is the hindrance? I don't know. The media people helped me. You see, media published Father Davis was ready to donate kidney, and there are so many hindrances. Then people were no way, they allowed. After me, hundreds of people. Goel, only in Kerala this is allowed. No other state in India, these altruistic donation, voluntary donation. I don't know whether any state. Do you know any state?
No, they are giving the permission. They have a committees formed by the government, or in those hospitals where they have conducted more than 25 transplants. But the committee is required. Without committee, they are not allowing it.
Here also, Goel, here also we have a committee, but those people come through me. I will write a letter. This is, I know. If you have any problem, call me. And if they cheat you, I am ready to come to the jail. I will, to whomsoever concerned, I know this priest, I know this person, I know this sister, I know. I am assuring you, they are not giving for money. So they are compelled to give the permission. That is why in Kerala it happens.
That is why Father Davis is called as a kidney priest.
Kidney priest means I am not having hundreds of kidney. No, I have only one small kidney. That's why they call me kidney priest. Other people are having 2, 3, 4.
Yes, that's true. Dr. Venkatesh, you are about to leave because you have to go for surgery. Sure. You please make your last point, or if you want to ask anything to Father Davis, because he is a person who is I must say, he's a real example that how selfless service one should do on this day, and that is the World Kidney Day. That is Father Chiramal. Yes, Dr. Venkatesh.
Good morning, Dr. Venkatesh.
Good morning, Father. So I really respect you for what you have done, and I just want to end by making one point that, see, it has been 12 years that you have donated your kidney, and I hope you are enjoying a good and healthy life. So this awareness that even after donating, a person can lead a healthy life is much more important, because the person's what is the fear that if I donate one of my kidneys, will I be able to lead a healthy life? So 12 years post kidney donation also, you are so happy, healthy, and promoting this, it's good. So this kind of awareness has to be spread by the previous donors.
Dr.
They
G,
should come forward.
I will tell you, Dr. G, I came to Noto in Delhi, and I met the Director General of Health. I think I told, I'm ready to travel all over the world. I am dedicated to this life. Please use me. I told them, please use me. And I am ready to come over any country, any place and talk to you. So I went to London, Lancaster. To prove that a person donated is so healthy, I did a skydive 15 feet above, 15,000 feet above. I am the only person in the world who did this skydive with one kidney.
Yeah. So that's what is important, Father, that people should be aware. Yes. And in the end, I will just like to stress, see, all we are talking about kidney donation, transplant and all things, but I still believe, and it's the old saying which goes truly, that prevention is always better than cure. Yes. So the awareness, literacy about basic diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, stones, and various other diseases which cause harm to the kidneys should be spread more, so that we have less and less people reaching the stage, that is end stage renal disease, which needs dialysis or transplantation. So prevent the people reaching there, prevent the mass. So educate them, do regular health checkups. I'd like to say to all people, see, we say that do regular health checkups, above 60 people think no. I think all people should have an annual health checkup at least, and you should consult your doctor.
Dr. G, we are having detection early detection camps such as Suraksha Kerala. We are conducting all over the villages in Kerala, giving instructions. And also now I am concentrating on agriculture. For 1 year, I am in the agriculture. I am having agriculture, all the cultivations, and I'm telling people, come to the land, come to the agriculture field, and you will be energetic. You will be doing so much exercises. Otherwise, you are not having any exercise. And
I
you will get.
totally agree. But everyone, if they go to agriculture, who will treat the people?
See, I am a priest now. I am sure when I preach, only few people will hear it. Don't worry. Don't think about if I preach, everybody will go to agriculture. No.
No. I'm just saying it was just.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Lalji, for the opportunity, and namaskar to everyone. And I'll
Okay.
take it.
Thank you, Dr. Venkatesh, for.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Father, now and the last, because our program is going to end now.
Yes, sure.
Just one message from you to the public at large. What message you would like to?
I am telling you, our life span is very small. Make it happy. If you live for yourself, you will end up with the sadness. If you live for others, the end moment of your life will be the best moment in your life. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Father Davis. So today you have seen that on the World Kidney Day, it's on us, the civil society, to take up that no one should die for want of kidney. This is only possible, as Father Davis has mentioned in the last, that if you are doing something for others, then your last moment will be the happiest moment. But if you are doing for yourself, then it will be the sad moment of that. Your last moment will be the sad moment. So always try to be giver. And once you decide to be a giver, no happiness, so much happiness will come to you. Thank you very much, Father Davis, for joining. And today's program has been live telecasted by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV, News Gaon se Samvad Sarokar News, as well as to are shown live on Facebook and YouTube. Our endeavor is to bring to you every day a new topic. And tomorrow, our topic is media conference with Lal Goel at 10:30 a.m. West Bengal, culture and traditions. And our panelists are Dr. Rajiv Anand, senior psychiatrist and marriage counselor, Mumbai, Ms. Shobha Mathur, philanthropist, and Mr. Subhashish Sunil Das, founder, trustee, Amra Prabhasi Thane, and Ms. Shamishta Sharma, senior journalist and strategist from Lucknow. So please tune in tomorrow for a media conference with Lal Goel at 10:30 a.m. Thank you very much for joining and listening on this